Hey Capricorns, welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are going to take the dive into your June 2024 reading. Excuse me, this is good for all placements. So we're going to start with your overarching energy, which is door to spirit, the magician in the mirror, envy, indecision. I will tell you, while I was doing pre-shuffle and meditation earlier, the door to value card kept popping up significantly, several times indeed. And I really feel that some of you are going through this phase right now where you are doing this evaluation of your current set of circumstances. So whether it's your current relationship that you're in, your current job, or profession that you're in, you might be looking at potentially doing a complete career shift to where you are going to do a second career. From maybe being an accountant to, maybe completely shifting and going to become a nurse, or something to that effect, or deciding, you've worked in manufacturing your entire life and now you want to go work in healthcare, or, excuse me, um, you've been in a relationship for a long period of time and you're deciding, is this something I want to continue to do? Or you've been friends with somebody for a long time and is this something I want to take the next step with? But there's something major that you're contemplating, but you're trying to determine if it's going to be what's best for you and how you are going to, is it going to fulfill you in all the ways to which you value? So lovingly, financially, holistically, spiritually, mentally, physically, however that may be for you. So I really feel that you're doing this, but you're trying to evaluate not only your level of happiness, but your level of uh, love and compassion that you have and how it is going to make you feel in return. So let's see what else is going on as far as your overarching energies. Thank you. Overarching energies for Capricorn, please. Thank you. Let's make sure I don't have any flippers in here. I've got two. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the sun. And so this is really just confirming my initial feelings and thoughts that I had on this. Is you're really trying to figure out basically this cup is what you're looking at. Is this cup, and how full is it, and how does it fulfill you, and your love, your support, your finances, those types of things. You've got the woman holding a coin, and you've got the door to romance. Okay. And this is really, this is almost a sister card to the door to value card. And you've got the the internal abundance, the internal wealth, possible door to romance. You've also got the sun that is coming out. You've got the thinking man, and you have the man holding a coin. So really you're doing all of this evaluation on how everything is playing into your factor and how you are going to move forward. So your internal wealth and what you value, as well as the value and abundance that is being returned. You're looking at love, and you're looking at romance, you're looking at your your financial situation, but you're looking at this very holistically. With this sun coming in and this cup, you are definitely moving in a direction of really making sure that that cup is overflowing. All right, Capricorns, what is in your challenges and influence areas? Re-energize your natural world, flames of desire, awaken all your senses. So part of this is really, it's like I said, you're reevaluating your self situation, and how full that cup is and how you want that cup to be filled. And you're really going through this process, thank you, of really thinking like, what do I want in the cup, right? And this is really more metaphorically than it is anything else, Capricorn, is really sitting there and saying, who do I want in my life? What do I want to impact my life? And, is this something that fulfills me? Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, nature is calling to you. The flames of desire are coming back out. And I really feel that as you have gone through this, that maybe there has been a second calling for you in your life that you are very, very passionate about, that you really hold dear, that you really want to pursue, and maybe you've had to put that aside for a while. And now you've being presented with an opportunity of really sitting there and saying, how can I make, how can this come back into my circle? Right? So maybe, you went out, circumstances changed, you had to go out, you had to get a job right away. But your dream was always to go to school to become, a psychologist or something to that nature. And now you're at a time and place where you're sitting there saying, I have the opportunity where I can go back to school, and I really want to do this in order to change my life. My circumstances have changed that is allowing me to do this. And so you're really going through that evaluation. Have the courage to be free, recognize despair as an opportunity. And this is really recognizing that as you are going through this, you are recognizing that the point, that where you're at right now, it's satisfying, but it's not fulfilling. In a sense, it's doing what you need it to do, but it is not fulfilling your life's work, like your heart's desire, your passion, your dreams, those types of things. And so, this is that way of, that coming up and kind of knocking back on your door and saying, hey, your dreams and your wishes and your ideals are still here, Capricorn, and maybe something has happened to change your life to where now you have this ability to do this. Because, the time for romance has come, but, romance can also be reigniting passions for other things that you have in your life, i.e., like example, like going back to school because you really want to be a psychologist to help people in this, that, or the other. Okay. And to conform is to die inside. And this is where I feel, this recognizing despair as an opportunity is you are really starting to recognize that you're not really unhappy, but it's you're satisfied, but you're not fulfilled. And you're starting to recognize that you want more of that fulfillment and that enrichment in things as you're moving forward, and you really want to excuse me, you really want to take that step forward, but you may not be 100% exactly for sure how you're going to do it yet. Okay, so for your most recent past messages, you have mindful, which is groupthink, right? So these passions, these ideas, this knocking at the door that you've been having here, Capricorn, you're starting to have conversations with other people, like, and just kind of bouncing ideas off of them and say, hey, I've kind of been getting the inkling, like I want to go back to school, or I want to go and do this. How would you feel about that? What do you think? Or, if I did that, would you be willing to help me um, in this ability to be able to move forward with that dream that I'm having, to, with that passion? And so you've really been kind of going through and just kind of feeling the waters to see how, uh, you know, family and friends, may feel or think about that situation or the ideas that you're having. So, wow, you've got a lot in your most recent past messages. Okay, anything else for Capricorn? All right, hold on. right. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Dust Devil, right? Moving out of stagnation. This is confirmation. This is where you've been. This is your most recent past messages. This is where you're at. You're sitting there and you're saying, you're satisfied, but you're not fulfilled. You want to do something. You want to move forward, okay? So, first card to the left, you got preparations come to fruition. Okay? You've got ancestral wisdom, you've got diving into the task, universe is your partner, and the fates. Okay? You are definitely realizing and evaluating your resources that you have, because you're casting a net, right? You're starting to evaluate and you're starting to contemplate all of the resources that you have at your disposal in order to start putting the plans in place for you to move forward. Okay. And so you can move out of that stagnation that you are in. Okay. And I feel that, you're ready to move forward. Okay. And you're starting to feel like almost as if something has triggered, like you have gone out, you've received some sort of sign, from, or message from spirit, or maybe from a past loved one, or something to the effect that has reignited this passion, this that you have had, that you have put on the back burner for quite some time. And you've decided, what, now it's getting, that knocking is getting louder and louder, and you really want to do something. And so you're really starting to kind of figure out and put those plans in place, in order to do this, because, you're getting very intentional, because this diving into the task, and the fates, this is really coming into play, because you're putting a plan in place. You're almost putting, I don't want to dare say like a business proposal, but you're putting something in place so that you can cross all the T's and you can dot all the I's. And that way, when you're talking to people and they say, well, what happens if this goes? Or what are you going to do about this or that or something? You can already show that you've thought it out, that you've already started contemplating, well, if this comes up, here's my backup plan, and my backup plan for my backup plan, type of a thing. So you're getting very intense and very, very strategic almost, as you are looking at moving forward for this. So let's get some clarifiers for your most recent past, Capricorn. In case you weren't paying attention, that literally went flying across the desk. This is very interesting, Capricorn. The card that came out, that flew across the desk, is the World. This is the universe. And the fact that you have the fates also that has come in, all right, with your most recent past messages, and you have the Magician that has come in. This is significant, huge milestone that you have hit, Capricorn, that you are realizing you have hit a turning point, and you are working to try and manifest this in a way to fruition. This is what you are doing, and you are very, very determined to move forward with this idea and with this dream, this passion, this next phase in your life. Very, very strong energies that are coming in for you, Capricorn. So for your current messages, all right, you have a time to give rather than take, time for healing and work through the fears. Okay. So I feel that you've got the plan in place. You've got the T's crossed, the I's dotted. But what's holding you back is you, because you're afraid of what people are going to think. You're afraid that people are going to say she's going to try this and it's not going to work. Not going to succeed. It's not going to, something's going to happen and she's just going to end up falling back, or he's going to end up falling on his face. And um you're afraid of the possible negative pushback that you might get from it. But let's see what is going on. Current messages. Thank you. Current messages for Capricorn, please. Bottom of the deck, your emotions are running high. Yeah, and you want to say no crap, right? Because you're getting nervous, you're getting anxious, you're getting scared, you're getting excited, you're getting all of this stuff. Okay, they're running high, and what do you need to release? And you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so you're sitting here looking at this and you're just like, you're very close to achieving your goal, which means you're very close to executing your plan. What is holding you back? What is holding you back, Capricorn? This is the question that you keep asking yourself, or you need to ask yourself. What is holding you back from moving forward? Okay? What do you need to let go of in order to make this happen? This is the huge place that you are at right now, Capricorn. And here you go. You got a time for healing that has come out again. Emotions are running high and it's a time for healing. And I feel that, as you're going to navigate through this and you're moving forward with talking about this and maybe putting these plans into place, you are going to come into this to where it is going to make you maybe look back onto some things, in the past that maybe when it wasn't successful, and it's going to help you heal from those because you've learned from them, right? So anytime that you maybe have tried this and it hasn't worked out for one reason or another, you've learned from that and you've gained knowledge from that. And so now that has helped you put those plans into place as your backup plan and your backup plan for your backup plan. And so I feel that it has helped to prepare you for this next phase in your life. So let's see, let's get some clarifiers for Capricorn, please. Anything else? Other clarifiers for Capricorn. Thank you. Anything else? So the first card that came out is your throat chakra. And this is all about communication. Now remember, communication goes both ways. Okay? It's the giving and the receiving. All right? So while you are going through this and you are working to talk to people about what you want to do and how you want to move forward, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a business, this is a second career, whatever this is, however this is resonating with you, it's going to be important for you to really think about what you want to say and how you want to say it, because communication comes in all forms. It can be verbal, it can be spiritual, it can be nonverbal, and it can also, be the receiving of the communication from others. So it's understanding what other people are saying back to you as a means of keeping that communication chakra open. The other card that came out, is talking about that patience and planning. And if you look, there's two pillars, right? And it almost looks as if there's golden sunshine in between them. There's moonlight and stars on the other side. And, there's a lot of energy that is going around here. And this is where you're at right now. This is what you've been doing. This is for however long this is taking you to get to this point to where you are, you've taken the time to put the plans in place, to cross the T's and dot the I's. And Spirit is saying, you've done everything that you need to do. Now is the time for you to start talking to people, to communicate what you want to do, how you have worked so hard to put things into place. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see what's coming in for you for your incoming messages. You've got wisdom. Definitely the motivation is there and shining from within. All right. So you're radiating with this positivity, and I think you're going to be very surprised at the support that you are going to receive from people, and maybe even be more surprised at who you are getting the support from. And it's going to help you gain even more strength and positivity and confidence that what you are doing, that now is the time, it's the right time, it's the right moment for you to move forward. Okay, so let's see what your other incoming messages are from Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, you have healing. This is the second time that this has shown up. In your current energy, in your current messages, you have now is a time for healing. And incoming messages is healing as well. And what I had mentioned earlier is as you are moving forward and you're talking about this, it may cause other emotions or situations or feelings to resurface from other times that maybe you have tried this and it hasn't worked, and or certain situations have arisen to where you've had to put this on the back burner. They may surface in a way for you to heal from them because you've learned from them. Okay. And so the two cards that popped out were divination, okay, and believe in magic. And this is really just talking about, how strong you really are, okay, and how intent you are about moving forward, and how with like undeniable clarity you have with moving forward. And this is just, what you want to do, and this time it's going to work. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your own magic, that you have the ability to make this happen regardless of what people say. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple of clarifiers for your incoming messages from Spirit. Thank you. Any other clarifiers? So they gave you recognition and reward. And this is confirmation that in your incoming messages, that as you're moving forward with this, this is confirmation that now is the right time. It's the right time. It's the right energies. It's the right, everything is falling into place the way it should, the way it is meant to. And you will start seeing the success of that coming through as you are manifesting this into fruition. So for those of you that this is resonating as far as a love, romance, or other type of relationship, Spirit has given you the portal. And the only thing between you and love is what you believe. And we just talked about believing in magic for your incoming messages. And at the end of the day, you are very strong, and you've been very diligent about this phase that you're in, about making these passions and this idea and this inner desire to manifest for itself. You need to believe that it's going to work. You've got to believe in yourself to make this happen, because the time is right and the time is now. Okay. So for those of you that this is resonating as far as a money, career, finance, job, other type of thing, we'll get one clarifier from Spirit. Thank you. So the card that Spirit gave you is Take Flight. Free from work constraints, versatile and easygoing. Okay? And this is just saying, you know what? If this is resonating as far as maybe, that second career, or maybe starting your new business, it might tell it's time to take flight. It's time to launch it. It's time to stop holding yourself back. Okay? So we're going to get one final message card from Spirit for this reading today, Capricorn. One final message card for Capricorn for this reading, please, Spirit. One card, please. Final message for Capricorns, please. Thank you. Spirit was very intentional about the card that it wanted to provide to you because it gave you in perfect harmony. And this is the symphony. Okay, your music, your song is playing, Capricorn. And this is confirmation. This is now. You're hearing the music. You're seeing the success in the future with this, that you are ready to move forward and that it is going to be successful for you. All right, Capricorns, that is your message and your reading for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments down below as this message resonates with you. And I would be grateful if you would hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out. And we will see you back here next time. Take care.